The rural communities of Kosele and Alendu have never had access to safe water. The women and children walk many miles in search for water. School-age children miss school to search for water. The local river is seasonal and is shared by animals and all other needs for water. Waterborne diseases are blamed for many deaths. Rafiki led a community dialogue to find a solution for the water crisis. The community and their leaders immediately identified the solution as drilling a borehole to access safe and reliable water. Rafiki and their partners mobilized the resources. After 3 years of planning and fundraising, the work began. A borehole was drilled, a solar-powered pump was installed. Raw water is now pumped from a borehole through a chlorinator, then to a reservoir tank. It is then distributed to 5 water points for the community to access.
The chlorine will purify the water. And so work together. Children, as you grow older, don't turn away from the water project. You'll find it's very necessary. If we have no water, we can't cook. If we have no water in the drought, we can't wash our clothes. We can't do anything without the water. So let's bind together as a community, as a village, as a nation, and let's support our water projects that are coming. You will never regret having water. You will always be thankful. And I appreciate this opportunity to come and encourage you to keep the water going. And when we all stay together and we all pull together in Jesus, remember, there is nothing impossible. This may be the very first of many that starts in your nation. And it starts right here. That's exciting. So let's be a blessing to each other. Let's support.
When you can open the curtain. Wow, can we clap our hands? Begin clapping your hands. Just clap, wonderful. Can you clap your hand hard, Tafadhali? That is something beautiful. Wonderful, wonderful. Wapamuru, wow.
That's a nice one.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
To tell you a little bit about the story of this water project. About 5 years ago, we met with a few community members and we realized that the biggest need in this community was water. And so we started to work hard and look for a solution that would not just serve Lighthouse Academy or a few of us, but would serve many, many people in this community. We started out with a hand-dug borehole, and it failed within 2 weeks and lost some money. Then we found another organization, we partnered with them, and after they tried for a few weeks, it failed again, and we lost more money again. And so we sat back and said, what can we do to get water? And I told my husband, maybe it's not our responsibility. We just need to forget about it and depend on rainwater. I came to my parents and I told them we failed again for a second time. And I remember my mom said, it doesn't matter. You can fail as many times as you want, as it happens, but you can also get up. We need to get up and get water. So we started doing our homework again. we were introduced to Water Missions International, and 18 months later today, we have water. And I'm so hopeful because this water will reduce the number of all the diseases that we're experiencing around here due to using dirty water. Mission partnered with Rafiki and other donors that supported this community project. And today we are here to celebrate a reality. We are here to drink water, meaning that it has come to pass. And we give glory to God for that. Do we? Yes. Let us clap our hands and appreciate God for that. Water Mission is a Christian organization that values so much communities having access to safe water, but also having an opportunity to hear the word of God. And that is why we trained community members, and part of
Those we trained is Pastor Collins, and he's supposed to retrain community members in order to know the love of God as they drink this water. We also trained part of the community members to manage this community project here. And their role is basically so that we are not every time troubling Dorothy from Rafiki, we are not troubling Water Mission that we have no access to water or there is something that is happening on the ground. We train people that come from this community. And part of the people we trained is a technician who is able to operate the system here and also supposed to perform minor maintenance, and that person is from the community here. Today we are celebrating access to safe and clean water, water that any one of us can drink and feel safe having drank that water. We don't bring bottled water to communities that we've implemented water projects because we know the water is safe as it is being chlorinated. We also have somebody who is in charge of ensuring that that chlorine level is what is expected or what is recommended by the World Health Organization and of course the Kenya Bureau of Statistics. And that is why we have, by drinking clean and safe water, but we've saved life of so many generations to come. And that is why Dorothy was talking about these children, making sure that they take care of this project. To bring this project or to celebrate here is one step. But to make sure that this project is here in the next 3, 4, 10, and 20 years is another. And it is the responsibility of each one of us here, and especially the community members here. Today I'm going to dwell so much on community members because Water Mission may not be there tomorrow, Rafiki may not be there tomorrow, but this community is here today, tomorrow, and forever. If you're not there as an individual, you're sure that your child or your grandchild will be there. That is why it is the role of each one of us to ensure that we sustain this project here. The first bit of sustainability was the training that we gave the Safe Water Committee that Dorothy asked to stand. They have been trained on how to sustain this project. The other thing is to let the community members know that we have this project here and it belongs to you. It doesn't belong to any other person. We've had incidences where we go to celebrate a water project and then the community thinks that that water project is for Water Mission. Usually, wanasema hiyo ni project ya Water Mission. It doesn't belong to Water Mission because Water Mission doesn't drink this water. It is we, the community members from here, that drink this water. So it is up to us to make sure that this project is here to serve these people and even their children, or to make sure that we are only drinking it here today and then it's forgotten, which is billions of investment wasted in terms of time, resources, and talents. Dorothy talked about having been here 11 times in 2 years. What do you think that one cost? She's not here for selfish gains, or she's not here because she loves to tour here. She's here to make sure that you people have access to safe water. That is love that surpasses anything else. That is love, which I cannot even be able to explain. To reiterate that kind of love, we have to make sure that we are taking care of this project because it belongs to us. And when I'm talking of us, I'm talking as part of this community. I am part of this community because we have a project here. And in Water Mission, I am the Community Development Officer. So I represent the community. When I talk of this is our project, I'm talking about the project of the community right here where we are standing. When we are asked, for instance, to make sure that we are paying membership fee, I want to make sure that you understand that it is not for the benefit of Dorothy or Rafiki Africa or for the Safe Water Committee members who are here. It is not for them. It's not for their benefit. They go nowhere with the membership fee that they asked you to pay. And for those who are not members, if you come here with a container and you are asked to pay whatever amount that you're going to be asked to pay here, it is not for the benefit of whoever is asking to pay, which is this community here. It is for the benefit to make sure that you have continuity of this project, to make sure that this project doesn't run tomorrow without chlorine. It is to make sure that you are able to buy chlorine now and even in the days to come. It is to make sure that you are able to replace the pump that is in the borehole there because it has a lifespan. It is to make sure that we are able to replace solar panels that are down there in the years to come because they also have a lifespan, and God forbid, but anything can happen and they are quite expensive. So we have to begin investing in saving now to make sure that we have continuity of this water project. It will be such a waste to come here tomorrow, these beautiful houses here. The borehole is down there, the solar rack is there, but the community here has no access to water. It will be such a shame. So my appeal today is for the community here, that we make sure we are supporting this safe water project. And I know it is a part of the community that is here. So it is upon us now to spread the word that we have access to water, but we have to make sure we are sustaining it. And the only way to sustain it is to make sure we have savings by paying or by giving out membership fee and paying sustainability fee here as you collect your 20-liter container of water. You are saving to make sure that you have access to this project now and forever. And considering that without this water project here, we've heard of people who've been sick with typhoid, for instance, with dysentery and other waterborne diseases. What happens when they go to hospital, especially with typhoid, which is the most common? What happens? We spend more than 2,000 shillings. But here, you're asked to pay 10 shillings per 20-liter container for safe water, that you're sure you're not going to get sick, that you're sure you're not going to run to the hospital tomorrow, that we're sure we're not going to lose any child under the age of 5. It is my appeal today, without talking too much, that if I come back here 5 years, I'll get this water project here, running with chlorine, and having nothing that is not in order because we do not have funds. Making sure that the entire project, because we have pipelines running across from the borehole to all the distribution points to this treatment house here. We have pipeline. We have that tank there that has a lifespan. It is my prayer that if I come here in the next 5 years, this tank will still be there. If not this one, we'll have a new tank that the community will have replaced. Let us not look at Water Mission. Let us not look at Dorothy. Let us not look at Rafiki. Because we are likely to have a tendency where we are saying, we have a problem here with this system, and we are going to tell Dorothy. God forbid. In the absence of Dorothy, we go to disturb our parents here. Yet they are not the only people taking water here. So my appeal today is to make sure that we are sustaining this water project and that it is actually benefiting the old generation from this community. So I think that is all I had to say, and I hope that when we come next week, we'll not find water being poured, 20 liters of water being poured because it doesn't have chlorine, because it stays there for 5 days. Chlorine, as Dorothy says, stays only in water for at most 2 days, and then it will begin to diminish. That means it will not be safe for you to drink. And the only way we can do, or the only way the operator is trained, is that you have to pour that water. That is a lot of water to waste. So let us learn to use this water, let us learn to appreciate, and let us learn to always endeavor to make sure that we are keeping it. If we appreciate this water project, that means no one will ever touch this water project. No, with bad intentions, of course. No one will ever vandalize when we are there. We will be the custodians of this project. We will safeguard the project. So from Water Mission, receive greetings from Water Mission Kenya and Water Mission International. And their one desire is that people will get to know and to love the Lord through this water project, and that the community here will get to sustain this project for the next years to come. Water Mission also appreciates the partnership with Rafiki and with the Ministry of Water, with the support you're giving us, especially with the permits. We really appreciate that partnership, and we hope that it continues. We hope that we get an opportunity to serve as many communities as possible through such partnership. God bless you so much, and God bless Alendu community.
Can we prepare our hands and appreciate Jackie? 1, 2, 3. Again. Jackie, you take our greetings.
Yes, because I want our guests also to hear. I'm equally grateful and thankful the way my colleagues have said because of this water here. I'm one of the committee members in this project, and in fact, personally, I've owned the project.
Nadwaro ni nayuago nayud ngima mondo amak kwer gi lweta akuny go buche ma pipes biro luwo kakelo pi.
The Assistant Chief of Kowor East Sub-Location. Where we are at the border, if I can. And to what has happened today, we do appreciate a lot, especially to our director, who thought it wise for this area to have water. In fact, this side has a lot of problem. There is no river around, and the only seasonal river we have dries up very fast. Immediately rains goes. So when she thought it wise to have water, we do appreciate so much. To this project, it's as if we are one community now, because our people are benefiting and the other location is also benefiting. So to the Water, Ministry of Water, to our director, to all the bodies who are concerned, we do appreciate you a lot.
I'm Senior Chief Benson Midigo from North Kamagak location. I've come here on my own behalf as a Chief of North Kamagak, whose residents are benefiting from this water. I'm also here on behalf of Deputy County Commissioner, Rajunyu South, Wana Hassan, who was also invited to come and grace this occasion. I've come with a message from this office, which in fact he has sent me to present to our donors, to Dorothy, and to members of this particular community, that the entire Rajunyu South Sub-County, under his leadership, is very, very thankful for this kind of work which has taken place in this particular area. He said that Dorothy has identified the most challenge problem that we have in this particular community, that is water. I want to say that around Kosele at this time, for you to get 20 liters water, you have to part with at least 20 or 30 shillings for you to get only 20 liters of water. And if you learned that you have identified the problem that we have, and you have decided to put this kind of project so that this entire community can easily access water, he is so grateful. And he said, please extend his thanks to wherever the donation has come from.
Distribute letters, such work to jonyuol manithindo chopo irgi otemo mogik. Nyasaye malumedu to med support wachigni mondo Nyasaye ogwedhwa kanyakla. Erouru kamano.
Thank you to all our partners for investing in sustainable, safe water for this community. This safe water will reduce the infection rates for many diseases. Many women and children will now spend their time on other important activities. School attendance will be improved, and most of all, we will have a healthier community. The water will serve over 400 families, schools, and farmers. Rafiki and the community are especially grateful to Water Missions International, Reformed Lutheran Congregation of Lancaster, Joe and Lois Hess, Felix and Marianne Corbian, and all other donors and partners in this project. You have all given life to this community. Water is life.